true. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.
Greetings and salutations. What it is, what's up world? It is, I am he. It's your boy, Big Frank, Elder Frank, Assistant Inspiring Pastor Frank, DJ Frank, Big Frank, Line Dancer Frank. It is I. It is me, community activist. Call it what you will. It is me. Good evening, good afternoon. Wherever this may find you in the world and universe, pull up, call a neighbor, call a friend, because I have something to say. Before I dive into my conversation, shout out to all those that pulled up to Covenant of Grace's 21st pastoral anniversary on last week as they celebrated that, who pulled up to support me, to honor me. I appreciate you. I value you. As I said before, I'll say now, it is too many names to name. But you know that I appreciate you because I call you, I talk to you. We got dialogue. But let me get into this conversation this evening. Now, I was trying to do good. When you pull up, pop up, just say hi, say hello, so I can know you're here. If you can't stay long, that's fine. Just say, yo, I yell back at you. I was really working on not engaging in conversation about this week because I wanted to be wise. So I didn't comment a whole lot, I didn't share a whole lot, but now is my moment. Somebody do me a favor quickly, if you are on. Joe, if you're watching, please pay attention to solutions in the complaints. So let me deal with this thing first. And I'll say this before, I'll say it again. When you hear people complaining, and I get that you're exhausted with hearing people complaining, I understand that you want us to be solution-based and you want everybody to have a plan of action. I hear you. But there will always be whistleblowers. There will always be those who are new to the fight. Until things begin to turn or change, they will always complain about the same thing. The question is, are we willing to give them something new to complain about? I'm just saying, there will always be a gallery of individuals who don't rock with, who don't like, who can't stand. Get over it. The complainers will complain, and the doers will do, and the whistleblowers will whistle. So let me just get into this conversation. So Monday comes, spend time with my family, it is well. Tuesday comes, I rock out with Bible study, do my due diligence, it is well. Wednesday, let's start right here. I go to a meeting at 5 o'clock regarding Juneteenth celebration that's going to happen Juneteenth, which is June 19th on a Friday. It's going to happen on 14th Street. We're looking for volunteers, so you want to be part of that, holler at me. I go to that meeting and I hear the voices of individuals who we have not necessarily included consistently, Wendy Blessings, in our execution for better. So they have young adults in this location, and I'm looking at them, looking around and realize, wait a minute, have anybody made room for you to speak your piece, to give your opinions? Are you willing to? So we have some young adults who are a part of the Juneteenth celebration going down on 14th Street. More information to come. If you would like to be a part, be involved, participate, please inbox me. I'll put you in the right hands. We will make something happen. I left that meeting at 5 o'clock. Watch the story. Let us go. I walk into City Hall. I attend about late because I got things was happening in the meeting. Get to City Hall. When I walk inside of City Hall, the council is not there. I ask the room, I say, room, what happened? Why is the council not in the council seat? And the meeting just started approximately 10 to 15 minutes ago. So I walk in and they like, I don't know, I just came in late too. Come to find out, on the agenda, They wanted to take $114 from the budget from the council and give it over to DPW. There was a discrepancy. Good evening, Arlene Doss. Listen to me. Shout out to Miss Arlene Doss, who is putting together the Scholarship Award Gala, which is going to go down on June 7th. Look at me. Let me say the dates right. June 7th. Correct me if I'm wrong. June 7th at 5 p.m. And you don't want to miss that. For more information, you can tap in. Niece, I see you. Come on, tap in. So make sure you guys become a part of that. Get your tickets. It's not too late. You can go to Niagara United Vision, follow the prompts, and you can get what you need. All right. So, with that being stated, right, I find out that they want to move money. This is the thing I find out. I didn't even go through. I haven't gone through the fullness of the agenda yet. I just wanted to figure out why the council isn't in their seats. Long story short, I arrived late. I stay about 10, 15 minutes. The council returns and they resume the meeting. And in the beginning of this portion, I can't stay long because I have to go to get ready for a podcast. Excuse me. But as they resume the meeting, here's the challenge. They still confused about what's the next move or what needs to happen. All right, I got to go. I can't stay for this. So I end up watching the council online, coming to find out that they're going to send that question to move $114 from the budget over to DPW. They're going to send that to the ethics committee. The community has some questions regarding just where money has went in the past. The new arrival to the scene of echoing my girl Ronnie is putting them on the charge and asking some very solid questions just in regards to where has this money gone that we've already gotten. Val, she putting in 4 requests. Dante holds accountability to the council as he does. My girl Tanya Barone goes off on the mayor. I'm just giving y'all the scoop. She gets intense with her vocabulary words, which requires Chair Member Archie to stop the meeting, not to stop the conversation and ask her not to refrain from the vulgarity of the message, but she was really fed up. Crispy Crunchy Chicken, also known as AKA Church's Chicken, is getting ready to expand. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely fine. She can inbox me. Get my number. A public number that I have out there is 716-371-1903. It's JQ Juice's number, but she can call that number. That's open to the public, and then we can go from there. Not a problem. Absolutely. So yeah, you got me thinking now. I'm distracted. So back to the story. So Janine Gallo gets up and she speaks about how she is surprised with how Bridget Myles has conducted herself. And I'll be very honest with you. I'll be very honest, as am I. And I'll tell you why. I thought we had the unction that possibly, this is what the conversation was, that Bridget Myles may become a yes person. But I will say, I'm not saying there's not challenges or difficulties or other concerns, that she is not the yes person that we projected she could have been. Vincent Cawley and Bridget Myles currently are the knowers. Perry will always be a yes, no shot. That's just his position. And I'm not here to complain about his position. I just come to accept that is his position. He has not said no to nothing, never. So whatever comes from the administration office, he's going to be a yes person for him. So I'm not here to harp on him. But they had concerns about where money was going. They had concerns about the cannon. I guess at one of the hotels in downtown Niagara Falls is getting ready to get a parcel of land. I think it's 951 Buffalo Avenue. And there's a cannon that's on there. They're going to get that land to build on, but the land will be public and accessible to the community with usual results from usual rules. My goodness, resolve is crazy for parks. You can't be there after dusk. So they're putting more work in. It comes with finances. I don't know if there's reimbursement. I don't know if any foul play to my knowledge, but that's happening. So council concludes, and at the end, like I told you, Dante Myles calls the council to accountability, puts some pressure and some comments upon Archie, if you will. Chairman Archie, want to be proper with his name. And then Ronnie comes with her questions as well. They adjourn, we move on. Now, hear me well. Friday comes, and if you don't know, every Friday, the mayor of the city of Niagara Falls, who does not show up to City Hall, has commentary, which is supposed to be a consistent update of what's going on. What his updates have really turned into has really been, it's going to be a parking lot for the hotel. That's crazy. Public parking lot. Yeah, that's at the end of the day. At the end of the day, let's call a spade a spade. So the mayor comes on his weekly response. And this is why I call it a response, because at one point it was an update to let you know what was happening in the city, what was going on, to get you on 311. But it's become a response to council and what's happening at city council, the meeting that he does not attend to. He then replies, but hold up, I want to pause here, because ain't nobody highlighting the mayor's complaints, Joe. Can I call a name out real quick? Can I be that person? Because let me pause here for 37 seconds and be a tad bit messy. Light mess. Joseph, I think his last name is Janenko. I might have said it wrong. I mean no dishonor by that. He is so quick to comment about the people that complain. But I don't hear him comment when those that complain offer solutions. I'm just calling it out, Joe. I'm just calling it, Joe. Don't get mad at me. You can call me anytime. What I come to find out is Joe does his weekly report. Not a problem. Keep on doing your thing. Do it, Joe. But I come to find out that every time somebody has something to say, Joe finds himself present to highlight the complaint, but does not highlight the options of solutions inside the complaint. That journalism is about iffy as well. So, Joe, when you start writing about those who complain, hear the echoes of the solutions in the conversation. Do both, not just one. It's not about doing this or that. It's about doing this and that. So when we get there, I'll holler at you. So back to the story about the mayor. The mayor replies, and he almost calls people out without saying their name. The scenarios that he establishes in his conversation, you can identify who he's talking about. You can go watch it at your own leisure. You can identify the point that he talks about the council, Vincent Cawley. He talks about Bridget Myles. He talks about Ronnie. He's talking about previous council. Who was that? Dante Miles. So his commentary ain't really updates as they should be. What would be a valid update? Hey, I wanted to make 1, 2, and 3 happen. It was shot down by 1, 2, and 3. Boom. On to the next. But there's a drag. And I found out, and let me make this clear, I want you guys to understand this, that the mayor had a secondary, it can be used to sue if you use understood. I'll say this about Mayor Ristino. I mean, not like what I'm getting ready to say. Though there are characteristics that we dislike about him, his level of knowledge, execution, and movement outside of his emotions, he knows what he is doing. He probably don't want to smush a camera. He probably don't want to say nothing crazy. But when he navigates in his foulness or ego, it is done wisely and also foolishly. I'll get into that in just a moment. So the mayor goes and gives this report out, calling out names, and he gives an update that the summer activities for the summer is posted. You can go on the website and see. He addresses a young lady by the name of Ronnie, doesn't say her name, informed her that the ARP spending budget is available on the website. Go and see it. He talks about the previous council making statements that are not valid. Then this is where I was going. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back. The mayor says this. He had a secondary meeting with the council to have a $300,000 air purifier machine placed inside the Duke Center. From Niagara Falls, the Duke Center is a center for the elderly where they go and get meals, and that's like they rock out. That's where they go. They wanted to put an air purifier of $300,000 plus dollars to purify, hear me clearly, not the entirety of the building, just the room. The council did not deem it worth that kind of investment for just that room. That $300,000+ could be used elsewhere. The mayor stated, check the video, I didn't say. In his conversation, he angled it as if the council did not care about the elderly. And that a narrative or that twist or an angle could put a bad taste in your mouth if you're not aware of what the truth is. Can I be honest? If the size of the room at the Duke Center needs air to be purified, we can spend $2,000 for air purification in one room. Does that seem practical enough? Hey, matter of fact, we can multiply that by 4 because there are air purifiers out there that can handle industrial work that does not hear me, that does not cost $300,000. You've been to Walmart, you've been to Target, you've been to Home Depot. Wisdom. But the flip and the angle make it seem as if they don't care. No, there's a better investment. Why are you saying all this, Frank? What I'm saying is, and I'll say this about the mayor again, I don't mind. The mayor, ego, I'll say this, the ego is in the way, right? One thing that we ask for is transparency. Where is it at? Where is it going? What are we in pursuit of? Can you care for the entirety of the city? And can you let us know what's really going on? Granted, some things are available online in different places. But some things you just got to talk. There is a lack of verbal transparency. And I believe, it's just me, that if you are verbally transparent with wisdom, you can capture the hearts of the people and do what you said. Do it. Don't lie to me and be transparent. Do what you said. I.e., if you were pursuing to transform Main Street and your first opposition was you invested in somebody who stole $500,000. You ain't said that yet. Not only I think said the council approved $1 million for an HVA system last year, and you're telling me they could not include. I'll say this, Ms. Arlene. What I come to find out is that the way things are written up and executed, it's subpar, and then they add to it little bit by little bit. It's always readjustments in it, but I don't know why they couldn't add a air purifier to the system. It couldn't. That's wise to me. But what I was saying as far as Main Street is you have not yet to speak about the young man who came, and I don't need to, you the mayor, you put him in place, who took money from the city. Not only that, you haven't yet talked about this investment in Blue Cardinal and the opposition. What I'm saying is, when you don't communicate some of the challenges, we are left to assume it is just another failed attempt and nothing is happening. Are you complaining, Frank? No, let's just be transparent and let's be realistic. There's a responsibility, I say this all the time, that the city of Niagara Falls has, the administration, the executive office, but there's also responsibility that they're not paying for. Don't judge me for this. I probably should charge Gatorade right now. But we, the people, have a responsibility as well. So, only got 10 minutes, so I have to move quickly. So, I think that the mayor and the council have to understand they can't be all yes people, right? And the mayor can't expect them to be. But if the mayor, watch what I heard in the meeting. The meeting stated that, hey, we got the packet on Sunday. We had 2 days to review it, to look at it for a meeting on Wednesday. Long story short, the council members say, hey, I need more time to dig into what this is, because when they ask questions from the council seat to the lawyer, they're still not getting answers. Valid. The the lawyer from the council, the lawyer from the mayor said this: these items, watch what I'm getting ready to say. These items need to move quickly. Granted, if that's the case, don't knock the council with information because they waited last minute. Because if it was us, we'd be rejected. Let me call a spade, right? Juneteenth 2 years ago, denied. It'd be all this extra stuff. Oh, you missed the deadline, you missed? Granted. Don't wait last minute to do the work for your patio outside. You could have submitted that in April. You could submit it. You knew June, July, and August was always coming as long as you're alive. But let me get out of that. We pull out of there. Boom. I wrote a statement today. The young man who's older than me has probably about 4 or 5 restaurants downtown. I think it's the Shabib family. They have the A&W, they have Moe's, they have Church's Chicken, and today they opened up Subway. Maybe more, but off the top of my head, there's 4. I wrote a stat, and this is what I said. I said the Shabib family have the equation, and that next, they will get a grant. That has just been the history of what is going. And then I said, once you have the equation, it's just about step and repeat. Hashtag not mad at the family. Young man commented and said, Frank, you pretty much valid. But if they can do it, they said that the guy himself wasn't the nicest guy, but long story short, he has the equation. But if he can do it, we can do it. Valid. Then after that comment, Joe gets on there and says, all people want to do is complain. I replied to Joe and said, Joe, where is the complaint? What I'm saying is that Shabib family is doing, I don't know what, if it's a backdoor deal, I don't care. I don't know anything about the equation. But what I'm saying is he's found the equation and he's doing it and repeating it over and over and over again. And what I'm saying is we, us, this side and this side, have to figure out the equation, the opposition and the problem, get around it, get above it, and start stepping and repeating. Why? Because somebody's winning, but we not in full. There are spurts, there are families, absolutely. There's opposition. We understand what the challenges are, but we have the ability to handle some things, watch this, and go above the head of the city. What you saying? Bring recognition, do all that. We can do it. With that being said, I'm about to paraphrase to another part. One of the challenges that has come to the table before me is that we do not have enough businesses that are WMBE, WMBE certified. That is women, minority business enterprises. The importance of this certification is because certain organizations, developers have to pull from a woman or minority business. But if you are not, if you are not certified, i.e. me, you are not on the radar to be chosen. Let us get there. You heard that, Joe? Solution. I believe Joe alone. I don't have real beef with Joe. Joe just said all we do is complain. But I never hear Joe talks about the things that we bring to the table. Crumble too. If I'm crumble down there, it could be. I do not highlight crumble. I am not a crumbler fan. But yes. So he has restaurants. He gets grants. They're flipping money. And maybe he has the capital in advance to do this flip or whatever the case. His credit score may be up to par to meet the criteria. His range of affiliation, it might meet. Granted, Solution Joe, pay attention. We have to really come together collectively. And I know that's a challenge for us because somebody always got to be the lead or the top dog. Keep calm. If we can figure out the format. And this is what I'm getting ready to say. And that format been proven to be effective. We can step and repeat that and be in a better place. Will there be opposition? Yes. Will they do petty things to stop us? Yes. But that does not mean that we cannot go. Now, I had you call it a revelation, or you can call it a deposit. Since I was in Head Start until this current day, whatever I needed to advance, somebody had to teach me. I'm going to let that sit and settle. Arlene says, that's where he knows he has increased his vote base. Absolutely. No one should be fooled. Problem, we don't get out and vote. And yes, we are the loudest to complain, but won't vote. You are 100% correct. You are 100%. I won't even fight you there. But my question, and this is not even a question. My question, it is a question. And this is really who's willing to be the teacher. I'll say what I said before, I'll say it again. Everything that I had to learn to get to the next phase of development, somebody had to teach me. Yes, it's human nature. Some things you grab just being pregnant. Everybody cognitive concepts, understanding is not the same. But I had a teacher in early Head Start. I had a teacher in Head Start. I had a teacher in kindergarten, had a teacher in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. In college, I was taught something. Here's the key. I was open and willing to learn, but they taught me. What you saying? What I'm saying is some of the solutions, to Sister Wendy, they posted a few. There is no, I couldn't find a list of those who were certified. What I did find is a post that highlighted some of people who were gifted the grant on their Facebook page. I can look that up and tag you into it. It might have only been six, 8 people. It wasn't the amount of minority businesses that exist in the city. The amount of people who, watch it, who are legit and who are not legit in the city. We can do a thing. But here's the key. Somebody has to be the teacher to teach them. Let me just be transparent as an entrepreneur. And I told this to one of the council members. What you're asking me to do requires time. Gather information, fill out documentation. And then if I don't know how to do it, I have to figure out how to do it. And figuring out how to do it requires more time. But time invested in trying to figure it out, trying to walk it out, hitting obstacles, impedes upon my financial gain in the hustle. Because many entrepreneurs, unfortunately, is both the business and the worker. I'm just being transparent. Not everybody. Yes, the business is JQ juicing the smoothies, but I'm also the smoothie maker. So if I take time to make that business a minority, I'm taking time from, you get what I'm saying? Making smoothies, which is going to yield me an increase that I need, watch this, to survive. Because I still work my 9-to-5 job. And I'm not here to make excuses. I'm being transparent to the challenges that exist. So as I told you guys before, as I'm saying now, I've been commissioned. I love that you said unique. I didn't even know the process. I'm willing to do the work, but I need to know how. I'm with you, and I hear you exactly what you're saying, Frank. I feel the same way. And that's just, again, it is not to make an excuse, is the reality of the opposition that we face as entrepreneur. If I'm the owner of the business, I gotta take care of the taxes, I gotta make the product. That means I am owner and worker. So I'm trying to flip revenue, and you want me to take time away to put some hours in to do this? Does it benefit me in the long run? Yes, but in the moment it's challenging. So I've been commissioned to get a list of names, and I'll put those names and addresses and phone numbers together this weekend to send to the person who asked for them. so that they can provide a course. Here's the benefit of the course. If you have the grace and the time to take it so that you can be in position. If not, those that learn then become the teacher. Let me show you how to do it. Does that make sense? Joe, if you're listening, solution. Must start with a business plan. I will sit with anyone that is serious about writing one. Yeah. Let me just say this while I'm here, because Joe probably get tired of me, but Joe, you on my heart. So there's another solution, Joe, where Miss Arlene says you need a business plan. And if you need help writing one, she's willing to sit down with anyone that need one. Valid. I would encourage any business person to own, i.e. adding on to what I got. Why? Because this first step that I have is just getting your name and your contact information over. There's going to be a series of next steps. But if you access what's available to you, i.e. Ms. Arlene Dawson, Niagara United Vision, keyword Niagara, us now, vision, you can be a step ahead. And let me say this, you can also do this independently. But for those of us who need a teacher, Uniqua, who need to show me what to do and what I need to have so I can do it, we still need teachers. I don't know how I got here. My time's almost up. I know you want me to take care of my property better, but you gonna take time to teach me? Because the assumption is I don't care, but the reality is I haven't been taught how. Okay, let me get out of that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know you want me to really get a different mindset in how to maintain my property, that the presentation as well, but nobody taught me how. So I'm working with what I got. Arlene Dawson, I have a master's in business, and I'll work with you for free. You hear that, Joe? Solutions. I believe Joe Low. At least Joe Low. Solutions. Let's. I got names and numbers already. I'm gonna submit that. If you really need a business plan and you are serious, let me tell you real quick. Miss Arlene Dawson don't play. No. She doesn't play. Follow up, follow through. Where you at? If you're willing to do what it takes to get a business plan, EIN, LLC, get a plan for the business. Because what's crazy is I'm about to go talk to her. Why are you going to talk to her, Frank? You got it. Blood, I am blessed by the Lord. What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. I have a vision for JQ juicing, but I didn't turn that vision into a real plan so it can sustain itself. But I get into that, Marlene. Miss Arlene, I'll be at the table sooner than you think. Listen, I know you'll hear me on this podcast, just conversations, just going in, and you're like, Frank, he is just going in again. This is what I'm going to tell you. This platform that I have, or this space that I'm in, is not just for me. It ain't just for every conversation. It ain't got to be with Big Frank. Every conversation. If you have a voice and you got something that you want to say and something that you really want to get across to the world the best way you know how, I open up the platform of Frank Hanley. I open up the platform of Fire 716. Understood. Fire 716, Hanley Holding Studios. I open this up, and it's a reasonable cost. Keep calm. We'll talk about it, so that you can have your voice heard how you feel it needs to be heard. This space ain't just for me. It ain't just for Frank and his crew. No, this place is located right here in the city of Niagara Falls, New York. It's right on the walk line and the bus line. I'm not too far from downtown. I ain't too far from City Hall. I ain't too far from Pine. I'm closer than you think. But what I'm telling you is that if you have something that you want to say and you want a platform to say it on, come. The doors of Fire 716 is open. But I got people who have something to say, people who can offer more complaints, Joe, more solutions, more ideas, motivation. I can't get everybody motivated. I can get some. Oh my goodness, I'm in trouble. Uniqua. Hello, greetings. I'm gonna come down there through Snug. I have an idea that I want to toss at you all, and I want to get your thoughts and input. But I'll be down there soon enough to talk and to deal with the studio situation. But soon enough. But I want y'all to know this space is here for you. Like your nieces, your nephews, and I get that. You know, you're like, Frank. Is it always? Sorry, I'm stuttering. Does it have to be political? No. Does it have to be city oriented? Not necessarily. Maybe you're creative. Maybe you sing. Maybe you make some room for you where you want to bust a move or something. Or your conversation may be a little bit different. I prefer that it's positive, uplifting to a degree, but you know, limited on the ratchet. We've got a brand, Fire 716 Radio. We got a brand, but if you're an artist, you want to come and do some select, like for real, and you're like, Frank, why you going here? Because I know that I deliver this sometimes as if it's just my space and it's just mine. No, it is open. It is not a nonprofit organization, so I can't tell you that it's for free. There's overhead, hallelujah. But if you really want to come down, get with your friends, get with your family, get some ducats, come down. I'll teach you. I'll show you how to navigate it. There are hours that are available where I'm not present, so you have to navigate it. But if you want to come down and you want to do a thing, hit me up. If you on Facebook, inbox me, YouTube, message me. Email is fire716@gmail.com. You can give me a call, 716-371-1903. Now, if you call me, I want y'all to know my first pickup line going to be JQ Juicing. Tell me you're not here for smoothies. Tell me you're here because you're interested into the studio space. But listen, I have to get ready to run to another location. I appreciate you all. I value you all. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Be positioned. Which, when I say that, I mean Niagara Falls has money, period. Niagara Falls have things set up to be able to access those funds, period. Is there opposition and challenges? What is life? Are there red tape and opinions and people who might get in the way? So be it. But if we move collectively and we move with intentionally, we can make some things happen. And let me say this before I get out of here. My last door, you know I'm a preacher. Your vote matters. Listen to me. You can kick rocks to every individual who promotes that your vote does not matter. It is evident with every voting cycle, the votes that can change the game. Hope had these 300 voters been applied to this 200 voters, we could have been somewhere. If 1,012 would have came over, you know what I'm saying? Votes make a difference. And this is not even talking about presidency. School board that just went by. Shout out to Earl Bass and those that did conquer. Shout out to my guy, Michael Barksdale, who's been fighting the fight. He did not win necessarily, but he did put in the work and continues to do so. Unfortunately, Zana Graffiti, I'm not really familiar with them. Shout out to my girl CJ, who put her name in the hat, and Jacqueline Pryor as well, who put their name in the hat, which means they did what they had to take to at least be on the ticket. Shout out to you all. But listen, our votes count. It does matter. I got to get out of here, but let's do what we got to do. If you want to get involved in the studio space, holler at me. Let me know, and we'll make it happen. But I holler at you. It's been good. It's been real. Let's celebrate. Have a good time this weekend. Y'all know what we do. Barbecue. Do what you do. If you're not registered to vote, vote. And it's gonna be an amazing weekend. And I appreciate y'all for your time. Do me a favor, share, like, subscribe, all the above. I holler at y'all. Peace, love. So
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.